Hey y'all, this is the video about how to build this 5x5 single store. If you want more information as to how this works, go ahead and watch a showcase, I guess, before this. I'll go into a little bit more detail there. I made the store together with Frozen because myself obviously in KLB source. Omega adds only motion support. This door is 7 by 11 by 18 blocks, making it around 3.2k, but I don't remember the exact size. It's also not that important. Now, the material list is a bit more involved than usual. You need, if you want to color code it, just whatever is this, 34, 45, 54, 61, 68, 73, 77, 81 of this, and here like 27, like 30 transfer blocks, 2 movables. Now for building materials, you need 2 redirectors, you need 87 pistons, 44 sticky pistons, 44 normal pistons, 2 redirecting, like 2 things that are able to be redirected, like fences or glass panes. I've just color coded them. 1 iron trapdoor. I'm not sure if that's correct. No, it is correct. Then whatever this is on observers, a stack of dust. I feel like that's too little. I could swear that's a little bit. Yeah, this is, I made it a bit ago, the material list. I don't have too much time, so yeah. 23 repeaters, 21 hoppers, 13 comparators, 11 leaves, 11 targets, 9 nut blocks, 5 dispensers, 2 droppers, 2 torches, 2 oak logs, 1 redstone block, 1 redstone lamp, 1 furnace, and 1 copper bulb. I just don't have copper bulbs on the server. I can place them with world edit, you can see, but I can't get them as a thing. Okay, so I quickly double checked. Yeah, it is really a stack of redstone dust. I thought it was wrong. Okay. But yeah, I'm also as an input just permanently toggled input Lego lever. And items, they were never this crazy in one of my doors. No, this actually is the correct amount, but I'm not. So we need 5 water buckets. That is the first really weird thing, but I've been really abusing not dropper, but like dispenser, waterlogging a leaf. You could in theory like cut out 5 leaves and use powdered snow, but powdered snow is a bit more aids to get, and leaves are like with iron, you can get them pretty early on. That's why I like to use water buckets. I mean, you have a risk of putting water all over your door. I've definitely never done that. Yeah. Now 46 normal items. By the way, like this is actually like the real amount you need. I mean, maybe you could like change this up, but I would not. Like if you don't know what you're doing, then I'll just use these. Yeah, 2.5 stacks or 240 unstackables, like eggs would also work, snowballs, just also very server friendly. Now the rule, like 46 of any, 64 stackable, and for unstackables, which is where like wooden shovels are like the cheapest, you need 18 plus so 21 different ones. Yeah, that is already a bit goofy. Yeah. Now let's start with the layout, which we're gonna go here, and this side this corner, go on 3 in, 4 over, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 only are over, so it's in total 5. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where the door frame is. Or to be more specific, we have 2 space on either side and we have 2 space in the front. Now for the layout we're gonna start with the bottom triple like this, and then we're gonna have quite a lot of storage. We need all the 5 storage in the bottom, which means we have a massive storage. But we found a very easy solution that makes it very easy to deal with. So if you ever make like an 8x8, yeah, take notes, because the storage is actually quite funny and good to build. Now obviously need to be blocks here, but I'm not gonna place them just yet because that will complicate placing the inputs. Because for this you can immediately remove this again, and start on this side, one observe extra, like on the right side, go over to here, and then place one here, and this in the middle, the second to last observer, just place something there. It can literally be any movable block, and that is like not powering. Like if you place an observer like this, will break obviously. Like don't be stupid, but basically any block still works. You could also probably even use a TNT and wouldn't break. But don't quite do that. Now on this side, to return this, we're gonna have, I think was this direction. Let me double check. Yeah, it was that. This. There's a return, and that does all the poles. And as for why we don't have one here, that observer would power this observer that would be in this here would power in this position, or would power this piston. But that piston already gets put through this block, so you can save one observer by doing it this way. So now we're gonna place some of this white wool here for another input, and we're gonna have 1, and then these are a bit annoying to place, but it's possible. And just 5 across like so. Then we're gonna have our log plus leaf with some white glass here, over here, and a piston here, and just another piston doing the return. Now we're gonna place target blocks on top of this, and this powers these pistons. And for the topmost input, this is a really weird one, but I'm gonna get later into explaining why it is the way it is. Now the input actually is quite nice, but also is a bit hard to deal with. I probably would have used a different input. I would do it a second time, but there are no real easy inputs for this. Let me say it this way. So with comparators on top here instead of repeaters, they have to be comparators. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be goofy. Now we can actually put in the blocks here. So now we're gonna power the rest. This macro is very, very simple. And then we have 3 normal blocks. This normal block specifically will switch later. 2 slabs. And put 4 targets like this. And that is the entirety of the thing. So let's also do the input circuit. 1, 2, 3. Up from the back left corner. Lever on top of this, put a torch right here. It's gonna have a hopper timer. And that hopper timer is gonna have the 46 normal items. And just because I do not want to place them later, we're gonna go 1 before this. I go over and just place observers all along here. Yeah, this is not optimized, I know. And this is where the first really weird part comes in, and probably could optimize this, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. No, it is, first of all, it seems very easy that you could do shit like this, but I'm too afraid that this will QC because it happens, sadly, sometimes. Well, the thing is, like, it's also very easy because there will be another piston here, but because there will be another piston here, it is very, we can't have like a block here that powers like a thing and then have like a slab here. So yeah, what can be different is this, but too late to change it now. To take into a thing, this can be like 2 1-ticks. Yeah, but then what can't really be changed is this part. So we have this good power synthesis block, and here you will just place a copper bulb. I can't place them normally on this on the server yet. That's why I'm placing them like this, but you can place them normally. Reading out of the comparator into a block, and this actually needs to be on. Dot right here, and over timer right here. And we just need 4 unstackables. And this is actually, you may think, okay, that's why do you have 2 like hopper timer here and here? This is a waste. Well, this hopper timer is to create the falling edge delay, and this hopper timer is a pulse generator. So they actually do different things. Like here, the delay is not as important. Well, we also use the delay, but differently. So, like this. And then we have a cut like so, and a dropper. Now, because I will mess it up, I already know. Anytime you have a dropper / dispenser that is not waterlogging a leaf, just put a dropper here. Any other time, put a dispenser there. This is a dropper moment. Now, what we're gonna have is a normal block, and glass. And node block with observer. And that powers this from the thing. And because this will generate 4 pulses for the chaining signal strength. Now, because we will also need to power this according, and we just gonna do this with 2 more observers from here. And we're gonna do this with a piston here and 2 observers with another white wool as an input. Now the only thing we don't power now from the pulse gen is the bottom input. And the bottom input, this is actually what's really smart, and an idea that Keeper said. I did not come up with this. But it's really useful, so if you ever build like an 8x8 and you need this kind of storage on bottom, take notes, this is actually really cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place a piston here as an updater. Which means this piston only will power when this piston powered, meaning when this moves the block out, it will move up, but only when this moves this block out of the way. On the other edge, where it retracts and we can't have it extend, we can just power it with the 2-tick trick, 2-tick delay trick, and then actually it doesn't extend. So bottom is taken care of without any extra logic, basically. This is, I mean, kind of big and awkward to deal with, but it works out here, and for how much it simplifies the storage, I think it's actually always worth it. Now, obviously, you can't use it if you're gonna do like a 6x8 with an observer input here. Then you will have to get creative. But for 7 wide 8x8s, that is a really nice solution. And the one I wish I knew earlier. Now what this does is all of the closing except for the double. So what we will end up is in this. So we need a double piston cylinder. And that is going to come from here. This piston gonna push off forward observer. And we're just gonna remember correctly, or was it just straight up? Yeah, it was just straight up. It's over and then straight up like so. I wanna make sure there, because that is the part I always get wrong. So we have this. And then we have thing over. Yep, that's true. I learned this, but this part is actually quite complicated. So we have this, and we have a observer using arm with toggle. And here we're gonna power this wool block into 4-tick, and an observer facing down here, so which is also 4-tick on top. And this will have a piston on here, and this piston is what's gonna power the double. And it's a very weird looking circuit. So first of all, what we're gonna have is gonna power this, but we don't want to update this one, so take the output as well. it does send an update, so here and here. So this power is that, and then we're gonna go one up like this. Now this does not do anything as of right now because, well, it doesn't power the pistons on this level because the comparators obviously don't turn on from a 1 tick. So what we do is we're gonna add another server here, and that now works. And if you're confused by that, that's very understandable. But I will show it to you because it's actually quite cool. So like so, let's have this setup. And if we power this, well, this actually gives out a 1 tick, and that seems like it should not happen. It's like, why does it happen? Why does this work? And I won't explain it on a tile tick or anything level, but basically in layman's terms, if you power it 2 times at the same time, well, in theory it shouldn't change anything. In practice, it actually makes this line turn on for longer inside the game. Good, that's how I understand it, and that's why this turns on. But I'm not a wizard when it comes to zero tick, so take it with a grain of salt. But it also means we can take a look at it. And there's all of closing done. Let's remove all of this and repower it. And this now powers here. We're gonna now worry about what that does. Because I can't demonstrate opening on bottom until very much later when the tape is done, so give me like time till the top is done, and then I can demonstrate that on bottom. So we're gonna add blocks here, here, and here. And here we're gonna have a null piston going down into this, with another normal piston going over, and this normal piston gets detected here. I'm using easy place. You could just place an observer here and then that. I'm realizing I have one observer too much in here, or doesn't really matter now. Then we're gonna also detect it out here into this thing. Well, that's not what this will power, but here we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 over, and this is okay. I fucked up this part, I guess. Why did I fuck that up? Oh, because yeah, no, makes sense. That is annoying. So yeah, if you follow this exactly, then this will have also been broken. If you didn't follow it exactly and well, don't want this to happen, you just have to go in here and remove the very dust for placing those. That is why I like this observer in front of which I placed the thing that made it update and power up. Now, with this, what we have here, we're gonna power this whole storage one more time. We're gonna do it, we'll remove this dust, and we're gonna have a rail like this, and blocks here, and dust. And this is the entirety of this bottom side, and which does a lot of things. All of the closing and a good part of the bottom opening. But that is obviously not all. And now what we're gonna do is work on top before we're gonna work on this at the very end. So top has a triple extender here in the wall. But obviously that's seamless, so we need to hide it, and we have a tape for that. So it's actually 2 blocks behind where it should be. And it's gonna fall here. Now, here to finish the tape, we have glass here, and white glass. By the way, for me, actually, I actually think I forgot. Yeah, whenever I use white glass out here, you can just use quartz blocks, but I use white glass because it makes it way easier for you to see. But yeah, this all is the tape. Oh well, the blocks that will get cycled within the tape. Also this. So it's rather simple. Here we have some pistons pushing this out. Here we have pistons pushing it out, but well, can't have that exactly because that's not seamless. So let's actually get pistons that retract this. Let's have here I actually do use normal blocks and then so I move this up. Now for pushing this back down we have a folded slider like so. Now this is this side here we have a double piston extender which and a normal piston moving over here. And that is all what the tape does. Now this is gonna be the first cut because I do not remember all of this. Well, yeah, I will see you in a second. So on with the top, we need a row of net blocks right here with observers below, with solid blocks right here, and a row of dust on top. And because I was pretty stupid back then, I did not understand or know a good input for the top, so we just have this. And because well, this still does need a nut yet, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these 3 blocks quickly, add a normal piston here, a sticky piston facing down. Those are the updated pistons. Now on with this is just the inputs for now. What I'm gonna do now is first the folded slider on top and all that fun stuff. So what we're gonna do is red glass, dust, just kind of there's so much this could be optimized in this stuff, but yeah, if I were to optimize literally everything I would not start from the tutorial. So we're gonna have in this toggle this piston into this observer. So observer a sticky piston with a block, and then yeah, just copy it from this I guess. I went up as faster. So observer and a sticky piston for loop block in front of it, but spit out currently that's that being detected by an observer, which then powers a piston with a spit out outer observer that toggles this, which powers this. Now this through this block first powers a slider, and the slider is on the goofy side, but it's not bad. So we're gonna like things like so. We have a normal block right here. I think that's actually the last normal block, and instant return. And that is just to return the reject these. Then we're gonna have an observer here with our first oak leaf waterlogged thingy, and that is going to go into here. So that means we're gonna push this down. We need to push this piston in, which we easily can do with this, and that is only gonna happen on the second pulse to this top, but it's very important. We need to power this block. So for this, I'm gonna just a glass pane, and we need by the way, an movable block right here. I'm gonna place the wall block here already because otherwise we'll just mess with stuff. But this does basically this would do everything. But because well, this needs 3 pulses right now. I actually show you. So pulse 1, pulse 2, pulse 3 works brilliantly, right? Well, there's an issue here. That issue is that I do not have the room to effectively make those 3 pulses happen. Well, I can make 3 pulses happen, but the second 2 pulses are too quick. Because like they come from these 2 vortex, which means that this power is too long and can't get retracted. Like the piston in this position. What we need to do is we need to remove this block, and that happens with this sticky piston in this observer, and that actually works now. And kind of artificially makes it able to be powered with quicker timings. Now, the fun part also, by the way, yeah, this is needed, because right now it looks like you could have done this, but because it will get now clear as we need two vortex right here, which, yeah, 4-tick and 2-tick, I mean, which means, okay, maybe you could have put a 2-tick right here, like so, but then the dust would have been pointed into this block, and there's a slider right here, so that's not possible, so believe me, that's actually the correct solution here. But what this does is it places all of these normal pistons down here, but we still need to push them out, and that's what here is gonna happen. We have this another dispenser and waterlocked thingy, like so. So it's actually just I wanna commit felonies. So what we need to do actually is we need to this, and that works. Problem is, if you just update this shape, this won't get powered, the refire won't happen, and things will be sad. So this is a folded slider, which yeah, I had to read it a few times. Things, it doesn't seem that bad, but there's like a lot of stuff around it, and also there needs to be ways to power things through this thing. So yeah, there was a pain. Now to power starter tape, I'm gonna have we gonna take an observer, go over, and this into another observer with a redstone block on top, and this is where the pulse generator for the top tape is. So we're gonna do 3 2 normal full stacks and 1 half stack of 16 stackables of snowballs, and this is gonna get read out into this, and this is similar to the bottom. We're gonna read out the signal strength and detect the changes. Now, so we're gonna go into this where we're gonna have 2 observers, 1 normal block, 1 observer, 1 normal block, 1 observer, 1 normal block, and an observer facing into this direction, and the return piston down here. Now the return is easy. We just have this powering a 2-tick, which paused this, which then update this, which paused this. And that powers this, and it seems weird, a lot of observers, and the thing is we have these pistons added on top, and these are actually quite useful, because if we now power this down, you can see this is a double piston extender, almost like just a weird slider and something, so yeah, it's quite good. But also we need to power this block, because this block actually has this piston with a dust here, and this actually needs to be redirected into this direction, and observer then down here will be redirected also. And it's important to not get power things that shouldn't. Problem is this block still powers this, which doesn't seem like an issue at first. Then you realize there's another piston here, and well, there's one air block, but then it will just break everything. What we need to do is we need to put a movable right here, and while we're on it, let's actually also mount and put all of these, because we will need them now anyways. Plus what we can do is we can put in a hopper, go out like so, and then I'm just gonna grab some glass, have a dust line like so, and we need to destroy this block really quick and put up a normal repeater right here, and then we just have like a zigzag pattern with these two being solid. This is the input to the wall pistons, like so. Now later we need to power D back here. We're gonna do this with 2 block into this thing. Hopper, go down. Does this powers, this forward. But the only thing that needs to happen is when these blocks are in this position, they need to get pushed over again, and that needs some delay. So that's why we're gonna have wave 2 pulls here. So for this again, when it moves up, it will power this hopper, and that will go up to over here, and that will have the observers block observer into this block, and then we have this to move it back up and update the piston here. And that, if we now power this over, fingers crossed, should do the full tape. So that's all to the tape that we need so far. Now give me another, but this was also quite fast. By the way, like, if I didn't explain clearly enough, this just goes with the signal strength changes the amount of pulses we need for the tape, and if we retract it, it will also work. So I'm gonna see you in the next set. Yeah, I know, I need to learn. I'm sorry, this is a bit choppy. Okay, so now onto the triple on top. Before though, for some reason I have extra pistons here. If you have them, just remove them. If not, don't worry. But yeah, those things happen when you don't build a small tech. Now, it is Christmas. Yeah, I need to upload this now today. Oh god, my life is a mess. So, how do we power the triple, and how do we even know when to power the triple? Well, you need to power the triple when all those items leave this hopper. And as hard as that sounds to detect, it's very easy. Just have this piston, target block, unpower, and when it unpowers, it retracts this observer to this spot, and in this spot it powers a Spencer. Also replace this observer. And this will just waterlock the leaf. And I'm gonna detect this from here. Go over one feature, one over. Then we're gonna grab a magenta wool here and put an observer downwards. And also gonna be 3 double piston extenders and repeaters on 2, not double piston extenders. What am I yapping? Now this, we're gonna have a piston right here, and that is going to detect when this fires, and just we're gonna do the first move. Then the second move is going to happen from this piston going down like this. Wait, and this is very similar to so probably all of you know this thingy. Well, the other thing that I'm using there is a 2-tick here. It is a very similar timing. It is a bit slower, but it's manageable, and it's, yeah, good enough in this case. So then we're gonna go down one more, over 3, one down, one over, into a dropper hopper, and get 2 unstackable items. Compare to read out of them. So this also makes that this needs to be a solid block. No, what this does is going to be, and I don't remember if it does also this. So yeah, basically it moves all the way down. So now we need to power the top again, which is relatively easy. But just here that goes through this 2-tick, and we need to redirect it from the piston, and that is, yeah. it is this. Now the final retraction we're gonna do with this server. Now it should be magenta, but because I'm stupid, I colored it lime. So if you have like want to color, couldn't have the exact amount of blocks, just put lime here. I'm gonna put magenta here because that's technically more correct. Now we're gonna have a piston here, and that piston we're gonna detect, oh, facing up by the way, we're gonna detect it like so, and we're gonna go downwards like this. And by the way, I just destroyed this, like this would be here. We're gonna remove this, slot block there, and now this, all of this. So what now? Also, I'm gonna put, like, to showcase this in a second, I'm gonna put some blocks here. Now we need to reset the tape. And the tape is, I'm gonna take the output from the top of this piston. One, like, over this, over, up, over, and this is not actually lime. Now piston that powers this. Also, I'm excused that the TPS is a bit slower. Yeah. But and it does power move it down all the way. No, and that means that the entire, like, the tape's done. Then the only thing that's left on top is moving this back. And at least the detecting for a circuit for this, what I'm gonna do right now. And that is that we have two comparators reading out here. And we need to detect when all of the items are back here. So what we need to do is we need to go over here, comparator here, remove this, put a barrel here, get some unstackables, and put 15 in here, and put out the dig back. Now probably you could also do like something with a furnace. I'm just stupid and forgot that. So if you're gonna use a furnace, you need like a second 38. But like putting those items in here is a bit annoying. But that's how you would do it with a furnace, and you could save some stackables. But this is, I think, still a really cheap option. So what we're gonna need to do from here, by the way, if we like negate this, like you can see, this is like the exact thing. We're gonna need a dispenser, and the dispenser here is very important because it only waterlogs the leaves on the rising edge, meaning that it only admits one update on the rising edge and no update on the falling edge, and that is exactly what we need. Now we go in here, and well, it doesn't really need to be that right now, can be something else, but I just build like this, so you're gonna do too. And I mean, one nice thing about the solution is that if you have the leaf here, it does not shape update this. That is pretty nice. I mean, in hindsight, you could have also just put like a bell right here, but it's not really necessary. I mean, because bells are actually, yeah, I will explain it because the next door I'm gonna make a tutorial on actually needs a bell, which I'm kind of excited to show you for. Anyways, you need an observer going out from those leaves and over, and that then goes into this piston here, and that piston is like a slider downwards, and that does the rest. And yeah, I will look at this. I'll show you that in a second. No, need to learn again. Yay! This is the last small part, but it is a bit too intricate for me to use with the next part. So yeah, excuse the fact that there are two things and two small parts back to back. Now this one is just about the slider. You just need to grab translucent glass if you're color coding, if not any transparent block. I mean, technically only this block here needs to be transparent, but yeah. Yeah, just don't be stupid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, like in this case, like just glass, just ladder blocks, then one observer facing down, one observer facing over, and normal piston like this. And that will send it back up. Now this observer here will be here and power this. Piston, that piston actually will move up an oak block, and that is where honey starts. So we're gonna have leaf here and here, and those you can place with ease. This one, not so much. I mean, if you're in creative, just place it and press both move buttons at the same time to replace it, and then it works out. If you can't do that, then just destroy these two. Put on right here, and be really careful that you don't chip update this dust. This, you would hate your life, trust me. I did that never, and didn't have to redo a part. But you can just update this, remove it, and then place these two blocks. Now that does only the thing, so we now need to move this up and then move it back out. And for that, I'm just gonna click on observer. This observer is gonna look into this piston, and this piston is a toggle, like so 2 pulls into 1 pulls again, and that is going to power this copper, and it will just instantly go into the stack, 1 up, thus for the next one, and then also from here we're gonna power this, because well the top most pistons not extended yet, so we're gonna I'm gonna this normal observer on the dust height, 1 up and then dust here. Now we can actually just like put a lever next to it and move it down, and it works, and that's fun and down, and yay. And timing is actually pretty sweet also. So yeah, that was the shortest segment. The next segment will be the last segment, so it's only one more segment and then the story is done. I'm really sorry that this is a bit chaotic, but my brain ain't big enough for this. Okay, so for the final bit, this is a bunch of things. So first of all, there's one thing here I forgot. Right now, at the very end, there's that little these blocks here don't get down perfectly, so we need to do something about that. And we're gonna do something about it by having an observer here, going into a block with a glass. That just is a normal dust dot. That powers only the slider again. Tracks them down properly. Now to this side, the side that is very funny. We have a node block, and we're gonna detect it with observer. We have 3 normal blocks, and then we have dust. Vortic, and this is the double piston extender actually circuit for this. So we have this rep source going to here, 1 up, and here we have actually an observer facing down again and a block. And 2 decorate here. Now this we need to also track down again, so 2 attack and dust. And if we just actually prepare this how it would be, now we would be in this state now, and this wouldn't be down. That's what this thing is for and stuff. Now what this would do is barely retract everything. Seems a bit useless. We powered with a vortic though, then it actually retracts on all the way. This is a good time to mention why we need this very weird inputs front, because well this should like be easy to avoid, and yeah, probably is also. I mean, there's also like a better alternative for 1 wide inputs on the front, but then the storage is not as easy. And it's just like basically pick your poison kind of thing. So here, just do these inputs so that I don't screw with anything. So let's say we have the bottom slider to power this up, and now we want to move well, what is, let's say just have a very normal old observer repeater here. Well, it only powers the top piston, and it is reliable. Now let's, okay, maybe with this this would pour earlier, right? No, it still pours this. No, a comparator is later in the like from the healthy priority than the other thing, so it gets scheduled later than the observer. So the observer powers first, but then it also gets poured by this, and that is why this happens. And only for this input is this very weird thing necessary. So yeah, I hope that's understandable. Now you need to do orange, and that is the part I cannot really explain because it's somehow closeness. From this does up to we're an observer into this orange block, and then we have toggle. This toggle, I'm gonna just go. Yeah, I know we're gonna have a dock here, and then hopper here, and then server down and over, and this is going to go into this hopper over into a block with a no piston right there. I accidentally placed it, but I'll place it in the right position. It's great. Then have an observer right here, and this does 2 ticks, but it pulls, but that's unnecessary. Then also from here, gonna have a observer facing there with a piston that is like this, and when this gets projected down, we have an observer right here for 1 tick, and that moves and powers this slider for the first time. Now then we have a block here with 4 tick, null piston here, and a null piston here is an updated piston for that. We have a observer, no sticky piston, and observer facing down. And this will power this block, and through this block will power this line, and also will power a 3 tick bit later. Now we also need to retract this again. So we have a block there, a dust, a 2 tick, and go down. And the last part where we need to go into here, put an observer, bring that thing into this. And this somehow doesn't clock, but that is not something I can explain really how this works. I'm just gonna pray that I did everything correctly. Nice, it did work. So yeah, that was a bit much. Let's actually look at the full door once more. Before, let me like placeholder. Locks. I can just update these. That does not matter. Is anything here I can't? Or update? No. I mean, this one I placed earlier already for that exact reason. And here. So get a lever input. Yeah, probably just broke it because this one because of today's. Flick it. I'm gonna put a wheel here. Closing you've seen a few times by now. Oh, I also know what I forgot. So this here needs to be a block. And have a piston here with a heater on top. That will make sure this looks fine. This is also gonna be in steel, and I just like prefer it this way. Yeah. So let's lick this lever and pray that everything works, otherwise I will cry. You can see why I needed the special thing. This looks really good. This looks really, really good so far. Yo, yeah. So that's it for this tutorial. Now, if this was a bit fast, because yes, I intentionally kind of went a bit quicker this time. Let me know. The thing is, I had a feeling that my tutorials were a bit too slow, so I decided to try and make it a bit faster. So let me know. The thing is, like, this tutorial is more of a training thing, because I've not done long tutorials solo like ever, and I'm gonna like I wanna make more tutorials and more better tutorials and more longer tutorials. Like, for things like better tutorials don't have to be long, but a tutorial about a good door that is like really big that is just long by design, because, well, big door, many blocks to place. I mean, this door isn't even that big, but it's like still quite a few blocks to place. And yeah, basically let me know, am I too fast? Is it just right? Do I need to be slower? If I need to be slower, how much slower? And all stuff like that. Now, hope you enjoyed this video, and any feedback down below in the comments. And I will also put a Lightmatic into comments, where if you wanna like build it off that or verify because something doesn't work, I will put it there, and I will put signs on every container with how many items there should be in. So yeah, like, I mean, I can also just go for, so like 16, 16, 8, this hopper, this 2 shovels, here 15 shovels, on here 4 shovels, and on here 46 items. As well as into every dispenser that faces into a leaf water bucket. Yeah. Now, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!